comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's what.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in again to the NJCU tournament today for SSBU. I will be one of your catchers for the evening rapture, the most ravishing being on the internet. Join here by my side, and actually a hot minute by my main man Miles. But Miles, you look kind of bad, man. What's going on with you today?
Well, it's the last warm day of this increasingly cold season, so I figured I'd get this sleeveless look out as quick as I can because I'm never going to wear it again this year anyway. But either way, yeah, week 6 of ECAC. And the way ECAC works is the top teams keep getting matched up against one another until there's no one undefeated left or one person undefeated left. So we got 2 undefeated teams tonight. We got Penn State Barren taking on 2-time champion who ended up dropping last year, looking to reclaim their title, NJCU, New Jersey City University, and they're bringing some heat this time. I mean, they got a lot going for them after, well, they had an unfortunate loss during the playoff season last year, but they're looking to bring it back. They say they're feeling hotter than ever, and I believe them.
I mean, honestly, when somebody puts forward that much confidence in what they say, why should you not believe them? I believe it's my overall momentum on that. But real quick, if you're doing sleeveless lick, let me just go ahead and join you, Brody. Let's do this together. We both going sleeveless. Okay, let's get it. All right. This feels mad weird with the t-shirt, but we're gonna stick with it as we're about ready to get into game as well. So let's head on in for our first little tussle of the day, shall we?
Yeah, and we got Ziglet heading up NJCU's roster, taking on, let's double check here. Either way, though, Ziglet was a nasty player last year, sometimes getting even 9 stocks against teams, and he switched to Kazuya now. So if you were that consistent before, let's see. I'm curious about the online Kazuya, but you're going to be up against a brick wall in Trollery, who is a Pac-Man player from Penn State Barren. And I'm kind of interested to see because Kazuya, he's got that crouch dash. He goes straight through projectiles. He has approach options.
Now, the biggest thing for me, look, I was literally talking to you before about, I've been loving me some Kazuya recently. I'm a big fan of Shoto, so it's like I find that his addition is like actually generally interesting, but nothing infuriates me more than playing against the online Pac-Man. Then I absolutely cannot do. But maybe we'll see if my man can have some better luck as players are about ready to go. Let's get it, Miles.
As Ziglet, like you said, it's annoying. It can be tough playing against the online, but, well, Ziglet is a returning player. He's practiced, and as you can see, crouch dashing right in to cover any approaching projectiles. Gonna avoid that hydrant. They're fishing for the starter, but they end up grabbed off stage.
It was right away too. By the way, one interesting thing about Kazu's recovery too, it's like already just a normal jump. Like I find this gives you just such distance as well. So like his actual offstage play, definitely in my opinion, can be really towards the advantage. But Pac right now already putting up a fair bit of hits onto my man Kazu. He's doing okay though, but yet again, he just can't get close.
Yeah, but it's not even the projectiles, and that's the issue. Kazuya is immune to projectiles, not other attacks, and Troller is taking advantage of this, spacing a lot of back airs, and using the fact that you were talking about Kazuya's offstage game being good, Pac-Man's is great. In contention for maybe one of the best recoveries in the game, and there's a projectile, but there were 2 at 1, Ziggler wasn't ready.
See, again, like you were mentioning, he's taking advantage of just a small little frames that as soon as he knows that Kazi has to come in or to cover from just a little, from just that dash right, immediately racks the percentage, gets some huge amounts of hits in. I'm trolling right now. Has to be feeling so good about himself. Already gets the first start, and that was a lot, or 22%, but still, man. Okay, there we go. Finally gets the hit back.
Did you see the pressure to get that 22% though? And the pressure continues as you use this Gala to just continue racking it up. The tech on the platform actually saved Ziglet's life as they were rushing in the beginning, and it worked for a second, and then Trollery put the brakes on.
And already too, on their second stock, bro. He's not pretty much even was looking to just like knock him out with a nice little smash attack, but on the end doesn't manage to get it still. So far, Ziglet definitely left in a little bit of hot water here, Miles, but control that, like you were mentioning, we're putting up a lot of pressure. Oh, and he gets the reversal. All right, he gets the stock back, but he's at 117, so this is gonna be tough.
Having one of the best recoveries doesn't help you if you don't hit the tech, as Ziglet actually uses that trampoline as a little bit of movement. Doesn't catch them with the electric wind god fist though, and you're able to get back on stage. You're still in disadvantages. Trollery isn't able to re-grab the bell. That means you're not going to have access to a ton of the setups until you have time. They're just throwing the arms. they're fishing.
But sometimes when you fish, you do unfortunately catch a dodge. Ziglet managed to recover. Okay, yes. Managed to get back on stage. The question is, can they keep this up? We need to build up a fair amount of percentage up against the Pac-Man if they want to try to stay competitive in this game here. We were saying a lot before about, Ziglet was that guy before. 9 stock 18 previously, but Kazuya, you're seeing a little bit back and forth so far.
Yeah. Troller is doing a really good job striking fear into Ziglet. You see this? They're crouch dashing in, they're closing distance, and then they just hold shield, waiting for Troller to throw out the grab, which they do, and then the situation is reset. Ziglet just can't really get the execution. Troller's just a little too slippery, and that just results in Ziglet, it looks like missing the mark, but they're able to get that setup.
But they just can't execute on it. They're just a little bit too far off on those frames. But you're talking a little bit about that being annoying or just being so slippery. And like, yeah, if you saw it in just the last 10 seconds, bro, my man jumped away from him 4 different times. He literally was not able to touch him. It's like he's always just a second off. Yet again, bro, you just keep dodging.
It's rough. And Trollery, there's no need to. You got the lead, and you want to give your team the biggest stock advantage you can. Wise from Ziglet there not to get too aggressive off stage. Overcommitting is how you lose right here, and they're able to get the Rage Buster grab. Oh, and they have Rage Buster going in. If you're able to get a grab on Trollery right here, that's a huge bit of advantage.
So for their 106, this Pac-Man leads. This one low smash attack might be enough to lock them out, get the first stall player as of right now. But remember, friends, as always, this is BO3 in between, and we still do have 2 people left to go. We have to see if PSB can try to recover from this, but NJCU doing their absolute darndest to stay within this game. You mentioned the one little grab might be all they get, but so they get stopped off stage, match DI out of it somehow, close, but at 174, this is yeah, I don't know about this, man.
Every little hit is a heart attack, and Zigglet, they know they just need that one touch, the touch of death, and I've seen them get it on Luigi, but they just haven't been able to pull it together against Trollery's defense, which is gonna give Penn State a one-stock advantage going into the rest of this crew battle. Ziglet's out of here for the first round.
Yeah, I mean, like, at least they're only able to get one stock over them, right? So it's not even too bad of a situation, though. Nonetheless, it still does, still kind of put them in a not so great spot. Nonetheless, I'm so happy that I got to see more Kazuya. This Pac-Man seeing it more and more is just gonna like help my heart here, Maz. I don't know about this, man.
I mean, Trollery definitely impressed me on the Pac-Man with their knowledge of setups. There was that one moment I called out briefly on the ledge where Ziggler had them, he had them cornered. And then all of a sudden, Trollery, he throws out the spaceship, throws down the hydrant, hits the hydrant hits Ziglet's shield, the spaceship hits his shield, and then he shield pokes him with the dash attack. And this all happened within the span of half a second. What are you supposed to do? You can't parry it. Against all those attacks, it's more or less a multi-hit. If you tried to roll away, you would have gotten hit by the hydrant. Zigglet pretty much didn't have a choice because you happened to shield in that one spot. You were going to get hit. So that coverage by Trollery, the awareness to see, oh, they're shielding exactly 5 walking distance away. Let me just boop, boop, boop. Like, I don't know how you get those setups, but Trollery does. And they're using it to great effect, and they're looking to extend this lead as far as they can.
Extremely impressive play coming out of them so far. But if you guys look forward on this straight yet again, as he's waiting for players to just hop right into the next match and the next lobby as well, we'll have to see as to what kind of opposition they may happen to face it again, because these Pac-Man matchups can definitely vary depending on, like whether or not you have projectiles of your own. And considering you're up against that Shoto, for sure, all you got to do is make sure you keep them away. Once you get close, it's a little bit of pop, pop, boom, boom. But looking forward on these, I know there are a couple of characters coming up that, Pac-Man may not enjoy specifically going up against.
Yeah, Palutena in particular is going to be rough. People love Palutena, people dislike Palutena because she has missed consistency right there. She bodies zoners, mid-tiers, all of the people who get those random upsets against top players on bracket. Palutena players are just weed killers, pretty much. That's what they are. And not to call these mid-tiers weeds, but she's an all-purpose cleaning spray. She gets rid of everything, and Pac-Man is one of the only high tiers that she just demolishes because the invincible back air gives her an approach option against Pac-Man's amazing pressure. The dash attack as well, also invincible. The great shield grab makes it so hard to pressure her shield, though, even though it got nerfed in half not too long ago in the middle of last season, it's still one of the best shield grabs in the game. And then on top of that, she can pressure from range with Explosive Flame, and if it hits, it's a combo tool. It's every Pac-Man's, every zoner's worst nightmare.
Well, Miles, I actually happen to have some Palutena right here. An all-cleaning spray that, will actually make sure to take down anybody prerequisites that I had it out here. But, yet again, if you want some Palutena here, you might as well go ahead and pick this up, right? Having trouble online, not able to take out some of those mid-tier people, or perhaps your face is just stuck on the climbing ladder. Well, might recommend you some Palutena, my friends. Try yours today.
It only gets 99.9% of all mid-tiers. You never know when you're going to find that 0.01%. And Troller definitely make an argument for it. The issue is, when we talk about the Palutenas, Hydra is, in contention at one point for the best Palutena online. I don't think they kept up on their grind of the online tournaments, but Hydra's still a ranked player. I think they peaked at 14th, maybe 16th. I don't know, but globally, they have been recognized as one of the greatest Palutena players. That's tough to beat. Greater players have tried. I do want to say, Hydra is not unbeatable. I have seen Palutena lose in winning matchups before. Not to run it back all the way, but NJCU's loss last year was against St. Joseph's University. their star player was a King DDD, which is, well, not exactly the highest of high tiers, being generous. And even though he's popular, especially since Atomisk on Smash Summit, it was still neutral wins that got it out. The test is done. We are getting finally into the game. Let's see who they're throwing in. It's actually Infinite coming in, playing the Ike.
Ike is actually a classic character, which I know, like, it's a, you know, like, especially beginners like to try to take him on, like, cause like, yo, his kid is simple, he's a swordy, so, like, realistically, you don't have to do a ton. Now,
And I spent all that time hyping up Hydra. Infinite is one of Hydra's friends who has recently come to NJCU, and reportedly is, quote, almost as good as Hydra. I spent all that time hyping on Hydra. Let's see if Infinite lives up.
I mean, so far, this seems to be an even game, but surely yet again, because you're only on the one stock, your main job right now is just at least get one. If you can at least get one, then you've done enough service. If you can get two, then you're a god. If you can get all three, then you can go ahead and have my first one.
As Drollery, you can see they are leaning heavily on the projectiles this time, not against the, not with the aerials like they did against Kazuya, because Ike will just straight up beat out all your aerials. So you've got to use the disjointed projectiles.
Which is the toughest part of it too, because you can already see, man, this is... Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get it, because like you were saying, up against the Kazuya, right, you want to get up close and personal. That's exactly where Ike likes to be. And a quick stop coming out for Infinite and make it an even game as we head into the second player on both sides.
And that was just some clean stuff from Infinite right there. I maintain, I think I've said this on every Smash broadcast I've been on for the past 2 weeks, that the most important skill a player can have is closing out stocks in reasonable ways. And obviously your character helps with that a lot. If you've got a kill throw, if you've got a very strong kill move. But the best thing is knowing your kill setups and knowing them well. They're your bread and butters. You've got to rely on them. And that nair into back air, that is a prime example. If you DI in, it's nair into up air. If you DI out, it's nair into back air. They saw the DI out, and Infinite was right there to cover it, already anticipating which direction they would be DIing. So, good stuff from Infinite. Very clean play. Had a little trouble getting in right off the bat, but they were able to figure it out, well, quick enough to maintain 3 stocks and tie things up between NJCU and Penn State.
Because, and like you're saying, so now that we're at an even game between these two, right? It again, we reach this kind of apex to see, yes, okay, now what is next for this Ike? Now what is next for NJCU? Are they going to be able to, like, continue put the stock lead? Are they going to perhaps fall yet again? And now for Penn State as well, right? They had a strong start, but did they perhaps, like, overplay their cards with putting Trollery in all the way at first? Because within these crew battles, right, you're looking at, because to go first, people rack up as much of your stocks, and it's going to be your anchor to make sure that you have that safety all the way at the end, and just to make sure that, you know, you aren't a little bit too far out that finish line.
Yeah, as now, in order to try and make sure that finish line is well within reach, I think we've got the team captain coming in from Penn State. It's Ruby, and she is playing the Bayonetta. Now, Bayonetta is an interesting character because it's a mental war that you need to be ready for. Bayonetta, the thing about her, any good Bayonetta player will make sure you start the game at 120%. But then she has trouble killing. I mean, it's the stereotype, but it's a stereotype for a reason. So Infinite has to be able to play from behind and play without fear, even though it looks like you're in kill percent.
Man, I remember playing Bayo back on the Wii U, bro. It was terrifying, as I believe you might be getting a little bit of a reset here. Excuse me. Let's figure that out. Just what's going on here. Just in just a couple of seconds. But yo, Mons, did you play Wii U Smash?
I did not play it in the moment, but at one point, about a year into Ultimate's lifespan, I pull up to my friend's house and he says, "Hey, listen, I have my Wii U here. I want to show you something." And he pulls out the Bayonetta. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, Ravish. Let's just say that.
Yeah, ridiculousness was the overall circumference of what was presented with the immense pressure that Bayo presented. Now here, thank God, she's a lot more balanced, as I find a lot of the characters are within this game. But you know, just to know that if you played against Bayo, if you're mentioning, the character does strike fear in the hearts of many people. I don't strike fear into the hearts of mine as we head back in to the second game.
Yeah. All right. It's going to be on Battlefield, so definitely some opportunities to extend combos for both of these players. And honestly, I feel like, again, the kill setups are a little more important, so I have faith in Infinite's ability. Shield grabbing that down tilt. Ooh. Going to be laddering them up, but Bayonetta's going to DI out Ruby. She's playing a very good defensive game until she gets hit by the Nair, and she hasn't really been able to lay a finger on Infinite.
Like you mentioned, yeah, Infinite's actually been playing super defensive, but with the way they've been kind of abusing that shield, like they might watch be facing on the wrong end of it, but nonetheless, like you were mentioning, still playing really good, spacing out the stage really well. Question is then getting these counter hits too, so up against Ruby, you know, up against Swarty, right? It's all it takes is 1-2 attack, and suddenly you're just stuck on the edge waiting to wonder what exactly happened. But there's a bit of specialty. I'll just knock it at the percentage, but question being now, can they do more off of this?
And not able to convert it, but they're able to get even percents right there. Nair, though, not going to combo quite yet. Ruby's able to get back to stage, but the thing about this is Infinite leans so heavily. Oh, laddering up. Yeah, that's not going to be a kill, but 115, and they're able to beat out the... Oh, now you've got something going. Able to beat out the side B right there with the guns, and they've got Infinite scared to go back onto stage, because if you get witch timed, it's game over.
It's terrifying, though, but as they use actually just the neutral A, they charged it up, they're going all the way across the screen. Like, that's the big thing about Infinite, too. You're making sure that he has good stage spacing and cut that. Get stock off of it as soon as Ruby lands. All right, bro.
Yeah, that first stock was defined entirely by Infinite shield until Ruby started being able to get the tomahawk grabs and just straight up dash grabs into it. Infinite gonna be playing a little less shieldy now that Ruby has caught on. We'll see how you're able to keep that up, because, well, I stand corrected, able to get the shield on that down B, and now you're racking up the percent just like the first stock.
Doesn't manage to get the up air to the none, but Ruby still can't also ladder them up either. Even two, it's see Ruby back and forth, but decently even. Question is though, yo, Miles, man, it's like I find that whatever I used to play, the biggest thing for me was like, okay, how long can I charge up on one side of the stage without getting hit?
Well, Infinite not looking to be punished like you probably were, as they're punishing Ruby. Nairing the up air right there. Not going to kill quite yet, but now you've got Ruby scared at ledge, and they're not going for any of these dash grabs, any of the tomahawks even more. They're approaching solely with the side B, and it's disjointed, sure, but it's not safe on shield, as the back air proves.
Really well timed there as well, coming out from the side of Infinite now with the stock advantage. You know how quickly they can rack all that up, and Ruby right now has to definitely be a little bit more scared as he's consistent up airs though, man. This is just he's just throwing her off the stage in one hit after the next. As a match, as a match actually gets the second attack, Ruby drops the combo, and now it's all to Infinite.
Yeah, Ike doesn't have the same combos he did before, but he's got strings on strings on strings. He's a regular ball of yarn right there. As That's Within does let Ruby get out, and you get a string of your own going. Is it enough, though? You've got Ike above you. What are you going to do with it? Can't get off the platform. Infinite finally able to get down, and now it's Ruby who's above him.
And if you are below a 9th player, then you are a dead player, sadly, just because attacks like that just consistently be able to punish the kill, to be able to punish them. But now, depends as to what more can Infinite do, like you're saying. Should be fine. The rest recover onto the stage that Ruby just cannot edge guard him.
And you can see Ruby is playing so safe around the shield, because up B out of shield, it got buffed. I think up B might even kill with all this rage towards ledge. Greedy forward smash, but not going to be punished. Too little lag on that. Infinite able to escape scot-free, and they really want to play for this stock. I think Ruby knows that, though. Maybe abuse that safe play. How can you get in, though? Looking for the side Bs. Not going to connect.
Every hit is an absolute check between the two here, but Bale right now has to do something. And just with that bear, they finish it off. Infinite going up with a 2-stock advantage nonetheless. Well done. NJCU bringing it back.
5-2-3 for NJCU right now, as Penn State Baron is kind of struggling against the consistency this Ike player brings to the table. And that is the thing, consistency. You're not going to get Bayonetta's magical... Oh, one moment. Apologize for that. Either way, though, you're not going to get the long-term big old combos like Bayonetta has, but you're going to get Nair into 2 aerials, Nair into 1 aerial, and it adds up with how much damage that sword does.
Right, and we saw that there as well, too, because, like, with him just playing around his shield, and then afterwards, being able to just land his operators, lands the bears, too. It's just, it was, I want to say, like, just free percentage at the back end of it, because you saw that the Bayo just couldn't punish, and then past that, where the Bayo's about landing those strings, and if you're not able to find the consistency within it, it just unfortunately does not prove fruitful. At the end of it, though, like you were mentioning, there's still 1 character left. They still got 3 stocks still outside of Penn State, so we'll see if we can bring it back.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure this out real quick. Ooh, we've got a tough one coming up right here. Not just because of the matchup, but this is Zythid who is coming in right here. Yep, we're just going to be getting a couple things settled before the match starts, so we have a bit of time to talk about this. As Zythid, against the Ike, they are likely going to be rocking the Byleth, one of the few characters who can actually outrange Ike on the ground. Because Byleth's aerials, they're a spear. They go straight out. Ike is a planet. I mean, with the circle of gravity around him that is his Nair, it covers all options. So if you're not spacing it correctly, Byleth can outrange you on the ground, but if you come in from above, then Byleth has to be a little more careful.
Byleth, I find, just falls into such an interesting category just as a sword player as well, considering, like you're mentioning, the pressure they're able to exert from all the way across the screen, along with the range attacks too. They can make sure to rack up these consistent amounts of damage, even without being close to them. And up against Ike, right? If you can space them out, sure, it might be a little bit helpful, but we also saw what happened to the Pac-Man as well not too long ago. So they may not be the exact strategy, but like we were mentioning, that spear does give a little bit of advantage. Let's see what that gives.
Ooh, no, they are in fact going right into it, and, well, Zythid is at an immediate advantage, 60%, but Nair, back air, 44% immediately. There's that consistency I talked about. Side B gonna be punished with the Nair, but the dash tag doesn't quite connect, and they're able to get through the ledge trapping with the forward smash. Ruby holding on to this stock for now, and you want to hold on all the way. And, I mean, you get this 1 stock as quick as you can. This is doable.
How doable is the overall name of the game here, man? It's just making sure that you somehow find ways to stay within this game. We talk a lot about consistency. About one thing that's really important in these crew battles is adaptation as well, right? You're reading your opponent, but okay. So he's going outside, nice little big hit. The Ruby managed to recover from it. He cannot take him out. Nice shield and the reversal. The grab.
And because of that disjoint, you see them charging that forward smash. If Infinite is ever forced to recover low, they're dead because of that charged forward smash. And I think Ruby knows that. They're trying to force them to go low by shooting with that arrow. They're saying, you are not safe by the side of the stage. You have to go low. But it's also a death sentence. I hope Infinite knows that. But what Infinite also knows is how to get these combos started.
That was 6 forward airs in a row, by the way. And because they're already at 59%, on the back end of it. It would be tough. That kills? What? That's crazy.
One word for you, Ravish. That's a tipper right there. The tip of the spear, to be specific. You see that little spark at the end of it? That is a death sentence if you get caught at the ledge right there. It's possible that they caught a dash back or something like that, so the DI wasn't quite there. But either way, it's still ridiculously strong, and Byleth was at enough percent that the rage definitely played a factor.
That's crazy. See, I haven't been able to see Byleth enough to be able to know that too, but like, I mean, yo, shout out to them. Penn State now suddenly able to bring it on back. I believe they still had, was it 2 stocks left? So not bad at all. All they got to do is make sure they play safe for the first one. And suddenly we're back yet again on even ground, Miles.
But when NJCU is trying to close it out, they have the anchor that above all anchors. They've got Hydra. I spent 5 minutes hyping them up earlier, and there's a reason for that. Hydra, if they wanted to, could probably sweep a good 50% of teams in ECAC. They're ridiculous, and they're consistent. Byleth, as we saw, does have some setups. A lot of those are a lot harder to pull off on Palutena, who has options. Ike can't go low because you're going to get caught by Byleth's forward smash. I was calling that out. Palutena doesn't really have that problem. Sure, you have the chance of getting 2-framed, but that's not as likely online. So, I really don't believe the offstage game is going to be as strong. It's going to be all about the neutral exchanges. I mean, Palu has just upgraded tools of most of what makes Byleth good. Byleth has really good anti-airs with the up tilt. So does Palutena, except a way better one that is so disjointed no one's getting through it. And the up smash, just a straight up wall of light, you know?
Disgusting amounts of potential is what I would describe Palutena as. All the tools are within her favor. There's almost nothing that you can do against her. And even like you were mentioning, with her up smash and her recovery at the back end of it, it doesn't matter where she is on the screen. She'll just TP in front of you some way, somehow. We'll see what Ruby can do against them.
Hydra getting warmed up. Yoshi's story. This is an interesting one. It's going to be pretty easy to kill off the top right here. So if Ruby finds themselves being juggled, they're going to be in a world of hurt as Hydra gets the combos going. But landing that Nair a little too early is going to give Ruby an opportunity to escape and get some Nairs of their own going. But as you can see, that spin not quite as good as the OG.
Not a bad start for them as they continue going forward right between the two here. I'm liking what they're putting out there, right? Especially on the side of the pallet, right? You can see that they want to cut down as much space as possible. But in between the pallet, right, you want to make sure that you can land these big hits, these neutrals, just to like rack up as much percentage. So that way, from the back end of it, you can go for your kill hits, which Palu has way too many of. So we get back recover yet again, and then just like at the back on the stage, doesn't even give him a chance to cut it.
That was a mind game and a half. Is Ruby, you've got to remember, is a stock down, so they really want to play this lead, going for the up tilt, but even the nice hit there isn't going to kill quite yet. And the ledge trapping, they didn't have time to get anything really set up, so they just tried to time a forward tilt. As these trades, every single trade goes in Hydra's favor when, again, you're a stock up, and Hydra knows that.
I think a stock here too, especially on the side of Hydra as well, would be huge for them. Just can't like a big fireball, and there we go. Ruby finally gets that killing hit. But is it going to be enough to all the way at 100? They got to rack up as much hits as possible to make sure on the back end of it, on that final stock, that'd be A-okay. Oh my god! That tip of the spear.
Ruby can do, or Zythid can do this. That read on the neutral getup, impeccable. Read like a book. But now Hydra is at such a deficit, they've just made it even when they were 3 stocks to 2. Playing off the platform here, they're trying to get a combo off of the explosive flame, doesn't connect. Hydra tries to go for the landing Nair, but it's called out. Just the dash back and out spacing. That is what Zythid is going for.
And you can see how safe Hydra's playing right now. Slowly the movement is a lot more quick. It's a lot more frantic. I might even add, right? They're not leaving the space over to the Bala because they know that what's happened last time should not happen yet again. And even on even on Zyphoid's favor as well. They're both up at super close range with it. But Hydra, they may be in just a little bit of danger, just considering how close matches that we know, like Malik can immediately confirm on those.
Ooh, what? And catching them with a back air this time. That is flawless. You know they're not going to neutral get up. Not after they got caught by such a amazing call out before. Zythid knew it too. They knew it, and they went for the jump back air to finish it off and get a point on the board in terms of crew battles for Penn State against NJCU. That's huge. You're one step closer to slaying the giant right there.
Bro, Penn State, although it started off like actually extremely strong with the Pac-Man too, the pilot on the back end of it, each and every single character did so much work here, Miles. And like you were mentioning, although there might be like climbing a little bit of mountain, suddenly it's more like a hill, and they may actually look to take down these champions.
Yeah, two-time champions, not currently reigning for NJCU, but they're looking to take it back. When a team wins twice in a row and then they don't, that fourth season after is honestly the most scary because then they have something to fight for. They have something to reclaim. And that is what NJCU is. And they have met an unexpected fork in the road in the form of Penn State. I mean, it's consistency, yes, but it felt like at the end, Zythid was one step ahead of where Hydra wanted to be. And it all came down to that forward smash. I mean, killed at 40% off of a fully charged forward smash at ledge. That it changes the whole tempo of the game. But big risks like that Zythid is confident enough in their neutral game to go for, that is what gave Penn State that advantage in terms of crew battle points.
And this is a lot of why I love Smash and fighting games in general, right? It's genuinely not over until it's over. The comeback potential is always so prevalent that when it does manage to happen, the electricity that runs through your body is like, you almost think that you are Nikola Tesla in the flesh, bro. It's crazy. And moments like that, I keep thinking like, oh my God, now what is going to happen next? Which is where I'm just thinking right now, what is going to happen next? When you continue on in this BO3 here, Miles, I am ecstatic.
Yeah, and you've got to be aware of the adaptation, obviously. NJCU, they're going to be sitting there collaborating. That's the thing about crew battles. This best of 3 crew battle format, not only do you get to adapt on your own like you would in any other regular set, but you get to adapt with teammates who get to point out your mistakes to you as you're just all sitting around and you're like, all right. I was being outspaced in the neutral. I was going for maybe some risky options. I was taking execution tests. And by execution tests, it's like that charged forward smash at ledge. When you neutral get up into that, you're saying, you're not going to time this right, not online. How are you going to do that? It's hard enough to do offline. There's so much vulnerability. And then you're dead. And how do you come back from that? You find ways around it. You find safer ways off the ledge. And that is what NJC are going to be trying to do. Meanwhile, Penn State, keeping it up is the name of the game. They want to get that early lead once again to force maybe a different order of players. I mean, Infinite and Hydra definitely had some nice stuff going. Ziglet, I feel like the online wasn't too kind to his Kazuya, but maybe he's gonna... I'm not gonna try and get Ziglet to drop it, but maybe just for the online, the Luigi might be a little better.
You know, I talked about how I don't enjoy playing as Pac-Man. A good Luigi player ruffles my feathers, to say the least. They absolutely tussle my tenderloin. They grind my gears, Miles. And I think the two going against each other, as entertaining that would be, I'm just reminding of all the bad experiences that I personally had playing up against these two characters. I am nonetheless fascinated to find out what could potentially happen. As actually, we might cut it to a short break. When we come back, we'll have more Smashville. We'll see you in a bit.
Years and years, promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I want.
Hey, hi, welcome back. What's going on? We're back into the game here. We got a Samus, and we got a Kazi yet again. All things are changing up. I don't like it. I want things to stay the same.
Woo. You see the circle jumps from Zigglet right there? That's some flexing movement right there. I don't think it's optimal in the slightest, but Zigglet was still able to use that threatening movement to get an in on Ruby. But either way, still holding on strong. Trying to get the kill set up right there. It doesn't quite connect. Either way, though, Zigglet is still able to maintain a lead. I feel like Samus's projectiles are a little more conventional, a lot easier to crouch dash under, which is Kazuya's main benefit against zoners.
And a big thing on that as well is with Samus, because I'm a little bit of a Samus player as well. Conversely, that was so unfortunate. Just with the rage grab to just rinse it off to like the stun setups that you have with Samus, I find are so phenomenal if you can make sure to be consistent with your chains, and especially with your side tilt too. That can be just an immediate.
Yeah,
kill.
is
a little bit tough.
Ooh, setup, electric wind god fist into the up B. That's gonna kill in the end? Oh, with the laser from downtown. Zigglet finishes off Ruby. And now, oh, you're in a world of hurt right here. Going for the landing back here. They're able to get them off ledge. You want to be able to get this kill, but now the pressure's on and Zigglet gets the jab off stage.
Sonny, this Kazuya looks a lot different than from what we saw before here, man. I don't think it's the Pac-Man. They had to play super safe, but up against Samus, already they managed to get one stock. But you're saying Ruby right now is in an extremely precarious position.
Yeah, went for that kick right there. It's not going to connect. As just safe pressure on shield. That's what Zigglet's going for. But once you drop shield yourself, it's an invitation for Ruby to start get some damage racking up. Goes to the down tilt at ledge, but electric wind gun fist and up air, not going to kill quite yet, but Zigglet is happy to get any damage he can.
Tough spot between them, but we know to Kazuya, right? He wants to get close. He needs to land one string, one grab, and suddenly might all be over. Samus isn't too heavy. We can see that she works out a lot. So it's becomes a lot tougher just getting these like sneak hits in. But even if they get one more stock here, though, Ruby would have to play the next one perfectly if they wanted to make things competitive. But nonetheless, trying to get one. But there's the kill throw. And Zigglet manages to keep 2 stocks. NJCU looking to switch things up.
The rage drive right there at the end. And that was some really good spacing on Zigglet's part. Instead of going for something really committal, like the 10-hit combo, which any player at this level is going to SDI out of, they just did a quick 1, 2, 3, and then crouch dashed back and waited. They're like, okay, what you gonna do? Up you out of shield? All right, you dead. That's all they were going for. They had the rage drive online, so pretty much any landing option that Samus went for was going to be punished. And then with the up B, the amount of landing lag on that, it was a guaranteed grab, and at that percent with the rage drive online, the grab's a kill. So Zigglet is able to redeem themselves in this second game, get some points on the board, and, well, this could be an angry NJCU we're seeing going into this.
I was saying previously that the name of the game was going to be adaptation between these two teams, and we've seen how NJCU have decided that they don't want to play super safe anymore. They're just taking the fight right to Penn State's face, and maybe it's catching them off guard a little bit too, especially consider the change with the character. Then, you know, maybe Penn State's thinking like, yo, like we might not, I need to be on our mains for this. I'm not too sure about the mindset behind it. Nonetheless, still for themselves, like just 7 stocks in between, 8 stocks left in between them. So not too bad of a position at all, only losing the 1 though. And I'm excited to see what Kazuya can do in the next matchup, considering we're going to see a ton of him, and I like him a lot.
Yeah, Zigglet is going to get the run back against Trollery right here, and I have to assume Trollery is sticking to that Pac-Man. That was too well practiced. Pac-Man, it's like when you meet someone who's a really, really good, I don't know, samba dancer or something like that. That's very specific, but like when you spec yourself into something that specific, that's what you do. Like, you are the best in the world at that. That's what Trollery does. So I'm glad to see them sticking to their guns, not switching off. I mean, this is a matchup they won last time, and on Kalos, they do have an advantage.
Bro, you know what? Not even a samba dancer, bro. I feel like what's more than a samba dancer? It's somebody who's real good at fly fishing in like fresh water. Now, I don't know what that exactly means, but it sounds like weird and specific enough for it to kind of apply here as trollery. I was scared for them for just a couple of seconds, though. Nonetheless, right now we see this Kazuya, right, playing with absolutely zero fear. Ziggler not even allowing the space to be made, bro, making sure that they stay up close and personal.
And the one thing I'm noticing that's keeping Ziggler from being up close and personal is the fire hydrant. You can't crouch dash through it. And that is completely messing up Ziggler's rhythm. You can't just get the crouch dash in through all the projectiles because it's not a projectile. Not yet. Not until it gets hit. And Ziggler has the rage drive online. One grab is all they need, is they're able to get right over that fire hydrant, crouch dashing up, and the up B at ledge evens out the stocks.
That's crazy. I got a question.
Hold on. 58%? And they got the rage drive online. Ravish, this could be a kill.
How is he already at 71? Oh, that's okay. The far hadn't tossed him out, but he's still alive. That's what caused he was heavy, pretty much. Nonetheless, he managed to recover, to the grab, they get the rage. Then there we go. There's the confirm. But Troller, he's still at 71. NJCU. Looking to take it home. The laser, he can't recover from this.
Nah, Pac-Man's fine. No, Pac-Man's not fine.
Nah, bro.
You just edge-guarded Pac-Man. You don't do that. But Kazuya's laser is able to finish off the jump. I feel like that's what happened. They beat out the side B, but now you're being carried off stage, and there's Pac-Man taking you all the way off. Ziggler, that's something you can't recover for once you use the up B right there. Jigglypuff-esque right there. How Pac-Man just carries you away, and they were there with the back airs as well to finish them off if Ziggler had somehow managed a miracle recovery.
Although they managed to survive on one stock, but yeah, like you were mentioning, that laser, his final couple seconds, made sure the Pac-Man was just far enough that it didn't matter how amazing the recovery was. And it's times like these, I want to harken back to our Lucario conversation, just saying, like, bro, Lucario was there with some aura, he would have been like, meow, and suddenly he's back on stage. Pac-Man couldn't make it, so...
It's true, but the thing about Pac-Man that makes him so crazy is how side B is this massive hitbox that you can then up B out of once you're done the side B. What they did is they jumped and side B. That's what Troller did. And the laser caught them out of the side B. Normally, no one can contest the side B. Even sword characters can't fight this massive hitbox that is Pac-Man's chomp chomp chomp. But the laser can, and catching them out without a side B off stage, that is what the finisher was. And it's impeccable how they managed to get that timing, because that's incredibly precise. I mean, it's invincible for part of it. It's a massive hitbox. It is not easy to do what Ziggler did, but Trolley was able to keep it even. Now they've got to run it back against Infinite.
This Ike previously that we saw was mighty dangerous. But up against the Pac-Man 2, I find there's only a one stock advantageous in him. Yeah, sorry, make that two stocks. I thought, you know what? I was putting a lot of faith in Trollery. Thought it might have been fine. So, as we are about ready to get back into it, I think Penn State should be okay in this, right? Because they still have two players remaining, and if they can just get the Pac-Man out of here, suddenly we're back into that even state yet again we saw previously.
Whoa,
that was nice.
52%, playing ping pong with yourself off of that spaceship, as Trollery now is able to slow the pace of the game down, and they've got another one of those Galagas in hand. But instead it's just a simple spaced back air, as they're able to somehow beat Infinite in the air, because Infinite is scared to throw out these aerials when Trollery really isn't giving them much room to, well, even activate them.
Still, a little close between them, right? 106 on Infinite. And our Trolley right now playing that beautiful space game that we know them for. But It's just gonna come down to those confirms in between them, push down the fire hydrant. Doesn't turn into a projectile yet, but reversal on it, can't defend or nor does he actually even choose to edge guard. He's just waiting. Just trying to get one more big hit between him. Okay, and those little invincibility for making sure that the trolls stay safe.
Yeah, Trollery right now playing like fire, or rather like Mercury. They have not been touched. They're slipping and sliding out of everything Infinite is trying to do. Infinite has landed that nair that we've seen them convert into 6 aerials before 3 times. That's that 38%. It's 3 nairs, and none of them have converted into anything because Trollery has always been in the right position at the right time to escape.
Oh, I got one for you. It's like black pepper on dish soap when you put it in water. You ever done that?
I have.
Yeah.
Professional chemistry.
Science.
This edge guarding is down to a science right here. As they use the slight angle right there, they misspaced that strawberry. It comes out as an orange instead, but you still got them up to 206%. Infinite! How are they clinging onto this stock though? They were at 130 to Trollery's like 16 or something, and they've managed to make this look like it could be a 3-stock upbeat with max rage. It's gonna kill off the corner from center stage. Are you kidding me, Infinite? Able to survive against all those odds, against the edge guarding. I mean, we were joking. I thought the edge guard was it, but they were able to bring it back.
Bro, if that one strawberry lands, if they didn't manage to somehow get the recovery, if that upbeat somehow doesn't like reach the edge at the final couple of seconds, and suddenly, you know, we're looking at a stock advantage to it coming into the next game. But yo, the Ike managed to keep all 3. And we're back at that neutral state I was discussing about earlier, Miles.
Yeah, this is looking really tough. This isn't even a neutral state. Remember, Ziglet won with a bunch of stocks previously. This is 6-3 after NJCU is down 1. This is what I was saying. This is NJCU mad. I think we're going to a 3rd crew battle for almost certain. I mean, Zythid, they made miracles happen last time against Hydra, but you're going to need a lot more than miracles now.
You're going to need precise gameplay. Like just the most accurate frame reading. You're gonna need the only one person that I know that can get you out of this. You're gonna need my main man Kirby on this job, bro. All right, you're gonna need those down Bs. That's all you will need all day now, as much as I can, right? Just like, just the adaptation has been made with the game. Just make sure that you know what your opponent is up against, and it's that Ike. He likes to go for a lot of those up airs. He's good on the shield, and his spacing is what you have to watch out for.
Yeah, the Ike is a tricky one because you can shield the nairs, sure, but it's pretty safe, and a lot of the time you're gonna get punished if you try and go for the shield. The Byleth, though, like I said, very good at controlling space, and I feel like Zythid's bread and butter, their creme de la creme, it is their ledge trapping. How they manage to keep you on ledge and make sure you never leave, except when you're going out the blast zone.
I guess it's Byleth that we've seen like amazing comebacks come out before, but question has to be in this, like, just this very tough state, like you mentioned. Byleth has to maintain and continue to keep at least 2 stocks out of it. If they are trying to contest the Palutena coming up next, though, so far, by playing very, very, very aggressive, which is, I find, the main like adaptation that we've seen NJCU make.
Yeah, but after an unspaced back air, Ruby is going to be caught. Up there, though, opportunity right here. They go for the DIN read. They're gonna miss it, and instead, feels Infinite escaping, but they took a lot of percentage in that combo. Now the up tilt being above Byleth is scary. They got that lingering up air, but it's not enough at the moment as able to instantly recover.
The fact that Ike actually has 3 stocks here is such a huge play right now for NJCU. And it's still a best of 3, right? So they have to make sure that with this match right here, they have to tie it all up and just make sure that Boleth can't get those speed reads again, man, because that happened one too many times. And there we go.
Yeah, and they caught Zythid jumping a little too much. Infinite calls it out with a dash tech, finishes them off. Nair doesn't help quite get the tech chase. But either way, Infinite gets the landing Nair again, and they read the air dodge hard, which sets up for even more damage.
Already puts them up to just another 60. These are some big hits that are coming out right now. From Infinite, the up air, the confirm. Out of this one stock, okay. And finally get us down. I was like, bro, is he just gonna 3-0 him? But right now, NJCU, they don't want to give up just yet. These previous champs want to make sure that we're going to a third round of all this.
84% off of that string. And Zythid struggling a little bit back. You're going to send him straight off. 105 against 2 stocks. You need miracles. And, well, if you've got any miracles up your sleeve, you still got another game to use them in. Because you got that first crew battle. It's 1-1 as NJCU tie it up. Penn State, though, an opportunity to bring things back in this third crew battle, rather. As we did see some potential. But it was hard to see the silver lining of the potential through the blazing sun that was NJCU burning away really any sense of hope in that second crew battle. I mean, once I saw that 200% comeback in the end there, I was like, okay, NJCU, they got this one in the bag. But again, anything can change in this break between games.
Something was on their side in those previous 2 stocks, but is that same thing going to be there for them now, right? But since now both them and Penn State are suddenly on a balanced playing field, the aura which is beside them can't exactly propel them forward. Now we'll see if Penn State decides to change things up. Because previously we saw they're playing a lot more guard heavy, a lot more spacing and making sure that not only going for a lot of these off-screen plays, nothing too egotistical. It was safe, clean play. But the next, and just you changed it up a little bit. They played a lot more forward-facing. They didn't want to give Penn State even a second to breathe. So now does Penn State adapt and evolve, or does NJCU continue to dominate here? Up to see.
That is the question. And I feel like the biggest wall, realistically right now, is Infinite. I mean, they got hyped up before the game as almost as good as Hydra. So while Hydra, might be the clutch factor in the end, I feel like Infinite is just, I mean, they're the right-hand man. They're the final boss before the final boss right here. And even though Hydra is the final form, sometimes that getting through that initial step with enough resources to take on the final boss is the hardest part. As Infinite, they never die. If they touch you with a nair, they usually kill you, unless sometimes when you're trollery. And then, when they don't die, they have kill confirms. They're able to just wait you out. Wait for you to make one mistake. They're fine spamming nairs in place, because they know if one of them connects, it's game over. So we're getting into that third crew battle now. We'll see who they decide to field and what Penn State can do to retake their lead, win this crew battle, as it's trollery coming out first.
And we saw how the previous matchup went, all right? We know how the Kazi had to make sure to play a lot safer previously, especially coming out of trollery was the end of a lot of it. Nonetheless, though, I believe, Ziglet has likely seen through that a little bit. And now they're not going to give trollery that chance to rack up the strawberries, give them their daily nutrition of vitamin C. They want to give them that vitamin fist.
But these combos linking up into the side B, not close. But now, you have the rage drive. Oh, that's a nice evener right there. 40% off of a grab, going for the back air, but now you're on ledge because you got a little too greedy. That overcommitment might cost you, as we've seen trollery's off-stage game.
And unless you want to land that laser yet again, I don't know about a lot of this. Here's Sporting Police safe right now. There's 132. The rage isn't built up. Your demon is not outside of Kazuya yet. But now between trollery, right, is the cover won't necessarily matter. It's just one big hit. One grab might be it. Goes with it down there. As he managed to get to confirm the edge guard of the fire hydrant. We'll toss him out.
That was option coverage right there. Zigglet covered the option on ledge. But the fire hydrant meant that Zigglet had to roll. You had to avoid it, and that led you right into the dash attack. And now Troller is going all the way off. Force attack situation at ledge as they get off. Safe and sound thanks to the fire hydrant. But the water pushes Zigglet into harm's way, and now you're getting ladder comboed by Pac-Man? I've never seen that.
Bro, the setups sometimes that I'm able to see out of the Pac-Man are so wild. I've never actually presumed they could happen. Because remember, previously we saw something very Jigglypuff-like, and now with this, we're seeing like just these consistent toss-ups with him, man, bro. My man is flipping in like a pancake, but not for serving.
Not at all. Well, serving Zigglet up on a platter is they're able to get the tech chase. They grabbed them on top of the fire hydrant right there, and then they didn't throw them. I'm not sure what they were going for right there, but either way, now Zigglet has the second lease on life because they weren't sent off stage. But the fact that they have this rage drive might make them a little predictable. If Zigglet only plays around a grab right there, Troller is just going to, well, not get grabbed. I mean, if you know exactly what your opponent wants, it's so easy to counter them. As you get the 2-frame right there, there's the jump gone. They have to go for an early up B. The air dodge, though, does get them on stage. You have an opportunity, but they get very, very optimistic right there trying to get that stop.
I should mention it, right? Yeah, because we've seen Zigglet go for the grabs every single time, and although more often than not, they magic it confirms, right? Seeing it for this long doesn't mean that you're able to adapt and evolve. But you just can't evolve past that. Suddenly, Trollery back in the first position yet again, only losing one stock. It seemed like the changeup is what Penn State needed.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of stuff I like from Trollery right there. More tricks out of their bag. As we saw the Galaga combos again, 50% off of those. Then you extend the Galaga combos with up airs, and then you cover an air dodge. You force an air dodge, rather, with the side B, because that's really your only option when you see that Pac-Man hurtling towards you in the sky. You gotta have the air dodge on lock. But if someone goes for that again, if someone immediately air dodges when they get caught by an up air, well, then that's just a free kill for Pac-Man. You're in so much lag that they're like, okay, what tool do I want to use to finish you off now?
Right, it's when the world is at your feet, then you begin thinking, all right, it might be time to change my socks into slippers. I don't know what that means yet, but give me a second to figure it out as we head on into this next game of this crew battle. It'll be the Ike versus that Pac-Man yet again. NJCU, they're gonna bring it back.
This is the wall I was talking about before. Infinite has really been impossible to kill, but Trollery, well, they were the one who came closest. But coming close, you've gotta be able to finish them off. We saw a lot more bell usage in that last game against Zigglet, which gives you the stun, lets you set up for the kill. I have to expect that Trollery is going to be going for that now, especially after Infinite made that 200% comeback.
It's tough for them right now, considering that 206, I find, leaves you hanging. Like perhaps even makes you question things that you never thought were possible. As both of them actually seem to have a pretty good read on each other, right? It's just like small hits traded back and forth, but due to just how hard Ike hits, the trades are going in their favor. Trollery, though, still did a good job of it.
Decent with the back air right there. Trollery okay to play the lead right now. But when you don't have the lead, it becomes a little trickier. Using that landing there to get back onto stage, and they're a little bit lenient with how they're letting Infinite get through these projectiles. Definitely, it feels like Infinite is controlling a lot more space than Zigglet was. Oh!
Speaking of space, suddenly Trollery runs out of all of it as he just gets knocked down yet again. And now they get another string to Infinite, laying down that consistent hits. Over and over again, Archer Trollery, they can't seem to do anything about it. Bro, what? My man hasn't touched him since he landed.
Yeah, Trollery right now is getting smacked. Tries to buy some time, buy some real estate, but oh, when you don't hit that tech, it's the jab, dash attack. Finishing them off and being speared like that, oh my word. I called them a wall, but that was brutal.
You ever seen Haikyuu, Miles? You ever seen that?
I can't say I have, but why? What are you thinking? Because
that's okay. You know what? Right in the beginning of Haikyuu, there's a school called Data Tech, or Dateko as they say in Japanese, and they have this impenetrable defense. They call them the walls of Data Tech. And that's essentially what Infinite is. Just giant, like 5 different arms, making sure you cannot get past this net. You must be this tall to ride this ride. We'll have to see what kind of height the next opponent chooses to bring on up, because the Infinite is posing a pretty high bar for them to be able to go down the slide.
Yeah, okay. Who is coming in? It's gonna be Ruby this time. Ruby coming back stronger. We saw the Bayonetta from her. We saw the Samus. I like the Bayonetta a little more. It felt a little more clean, and I like how the Bayonetta gives you a strong answer to side beyond a stage. I mean, zooming right on in to your doom if you connect with Bayonetta, because that's what Ike players love to do. They love to go for the mix-up of, am I going to hit you? Am I just going to go to ledge? And people are terrified of it. With Bayonetta, she's like, oh, come on in. Come on in. Water's warm. And also, you're in slow motion now, because that is the power of Bayonetta's counter. It's not as strong as it was before, but it still leads into a smash attack.
And yeah, that's going back to the overall problem and yet also solution that we found that we have with Bayo players, right? How are you going to finish off your opponent? How will you make sure that you can get those kill confirms? Because again, Miles, right? We mentioned that's what leads or really kind of shows a good player from a great. How do you finish off these stocks? And maybe learn from all of this, the Bayo can do exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing Bayonetta has, again, fastest air dodge in the game right there. The bats within. 1 frame. If Infinite is not 100% true with their combos, then Bayonetta's just going to explode, and not in a good way. So you've got to be very cautious about how you go for extensions. I expect only 2-hit combos from Infinite. Maybe 3 if you're feeling generous. But if you go for any more than that, then Ruby is going to find a way to reversal you. And we did see that when they get a solid connection with an up B or side B, it's an easy 60-70%.
Like, even just up against the last game up against Trolley, right? As soon as they landed, it was just hit after string, and then suddenly they were out of there. So let us get in there for this next match.
Ruby. It's going to be very scary, especially now. I like the decision to not go somewhere with platforms this time, because I feel like Ike's kills are more valuable than the percent you get off the platforms.
Right, and I find just with Ike's up Bs as well too, is like it's so easy to just trade. It's so easy to just chain so much damage from this. So I thought as a Bayo player, like you're thinking, like you mentioned, it's just not worth it. Because even right now, even with the platforms, right, Ruby's already at 51 after getting hit 4 times. That's it.
Yeah, Uppy out of shield though. Gives you a nice bit of damage. Not able to extend it into much more than that though. Only 44%, and now you're at ledge. Infinite just gives up the hold though. They're giving a lot of respect to Ruby, which I do appreciate. However, now we're getting into the ring. It's even percent, sure, but we've seen how much earlier Infinite kills. What can Ruby do to even out that deficit right here? We'll have to see.
Right now, a little bit of a precarious position. A good enough hit from Infinite could immediately give them that 1 stock advantage up against them. It's only 87, should be fine. Doesn't matter, get the second hit on that. The string will not connect. And now suddenly, we're looking at, doesn't go for the edge guard though. We're just looking to just use just the tip of that sword Just knocked him off the stage. Shit. Okay, gets a slow. This might be it. No, can't get it.
At that percent, the roll up smash wouldn't have killed, so Ruby had to go for the down tilt, but it didn't connect. Perfect DI from Infinite right there to survive that, and now you do have that stock lead. And I don't know if Infinite... What?
Never mind.
Just one frame of that forward smash came out, and it was traded, so we didn't even get to see the fist, but either way, we felt it through Infinite right there.
I think it's always so funny here. It's like, have you played the Bayonetta games? Bro, it's just like seeing the way that all the elements of the game are translated into the character right now. I just keep thinking like, man, it's absolutely wild to me. But all the tools she's able to use, and although it's not as many as before, it's still phenomenal because just the amount of technical prowess that comes with being a good Bayo player, I'm consistently impressed by.
Yes. Now the combos start up, but you can see Infinite is smash DIing all of these combos to make it so much harder. I like that though. That's the counter pick coming into play right there. Kalos has really high ceilings, so the Nair up air is so hard to kill with. I don't even know if it kills on this stage in a range where it combos. It has to be a read.
And then the combos too, just Ruby has been able to land those strings either, so I don't know if they can continue off of this in Infinite. So just looking for just a forward smash into an up tilt. They just go for the big frame for the up B, and yeah, it just gets punished for it. What? Okay.
That time the up B was facing the right way, and the landing sword hitbox is gonna catch Ruby.
So now Infinite knows too. They're just waiting just to get the up B as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's such a good kill option after it got buffed that I don't blame Infinite for going for it, but Ruby definitely is ready to punish if they go for it in a unoptimal position. The forward throw gonna kill. Ruby actually has stocked up.
Never mind. And that's been the story between these two, right? Just as soon as you manage to get the stock up, suddenly things change on their head just because of how high percentage they are. Right? Ruby starting it off hot so far, putting it up to 33. And Infinite tries to do this thing where after they get a lot of like 2-3 hits, they go for just the sword edge up tilts just to like rack up like over like 10-20%, and then they start to go for strings.
Yeah, as alright, ledge. Ruby is actually gonna get the connection right there. Getting Infinite closer to the kill percent. And Infinite's going to be painfully aware of every single attempt at a witch time. Every single attempt at an up smash is going to be so hard punished. So Infinite has to find a different way to do it. Landing back air, I felt like that was what they were searching for, but they go right in with the forward air saying, you're not air dodging this one. I know you're looking for a counter or something, and I'm going to hurt you for that one. As Infinite is able to give NJCU the lead after they were down 2 stocks.
Infinite managing to close it out in the final couple of seconds after things were so back and forth between them and the Bayo, right? But Ruby though, doing an absolutely bang-up job within that game. And now yet again, up to Infinite, we're mentioning how they're like this like giant wall that they have to try to climb. Which, by the way, want to know how to say high wall in Japanese?
Sure.
Takai Kabe. That's it. You have to climb this Takai Kabe if they want to try to leap over the edge and try to take this game off the previous champions.
Yeah, as right now, I apologize for that. There's a very loud ice cream truck outside my house apparently at 9:30 on a Monday. But either way,
okay. We can't hear it. But try to go ask them for a chocolate vanilla swirl for me. I love that.
Yeah, either way though, they haven't quite broken down the wall that is Infinite, but the cracks are there. Ruby found them. And you've got to remember, in the first crew battle, it was 5 stocks to 3, not 4 stocks to 3. This is better than the game they won. But now, I feel like they're a little more ready for this Byleth. They're a little more ready for the very risky neutral that they play. So, you've got to find another level. if you want to finish them off here. Sure, you could just say, oh, they just got to do what they did last time. NJCU's not going to let you get away with that. You saw that in the last game. See how they're able to finish it off now is, you remember Infinite didn't even drop a stock against Zythid last time.
Because my man got speared twice. Like, just at 40%. So, I'm not surprised that they did it. Up against his Byleth round. Their fate resting in their hands for PSB. Meanwhile, NJCU, they gotta keep things alive. Still got a fair amount of stocks left, though. We'll see what Infinite can do in just a one. Right? And it just depends on if they can get one out of Ruby, they've done their job. But can Ruby make this the perfect 3?
This is a very curious stage pick for me. No platforms right here. I mean, the recovery mix-ups definitely benefit Ruby more, as their recovery is one of the best in the game, how they tether right to ledge. They're not able to get the follow-up off that tech chase right there, up B. They want to go, they want that down air so bad, and Infinite is just not giving it to them whatsoever. They've got to catch on to the DI out.
And at this point, though, Infinite's looking for those up tilts. Or he's going for the straight down B, right? You mentioned that it was buffed and catch right by that sword. It does not get the confirmed 113. Right? Any sword with a backrush might kill, or that will.
Yeah, fishing right here. Knowing that when you're facing your opponent, they really don't have a good opportunity to punish that up B. That's what Infinite's banking on. Nair and up tilt right there. Some nice bit of damage. Continuing it. Ruby on ledge right now, not a good sign. If they're able to close out this stock, they have a similar match against Hydra in one last time. However, not quite able to finish it, and pulling out that bow right there, not be reversing it. That's going to hurt Ruby or Zythid so much.
Zythid as well, they just add about 100. That Infinite taking a lot of damage from this to even they managed to get this stock. I generally do not know about the next one. And they get this here yet again. That's crazy, bro. Is he a 3 stock? You know there's no way, Miles, right? There's absolutely no way.
There's definitely a way, as the forward smash at ledge is not going to connect. Infinite saying, Hydra, I know you're my friend, but it's my turn to play this time. But maybe Hydra's going to come out to play after all. Ruby forward tilts at ledge, but they're caught by the side B charging up. Oh, the weight right there. Either of them could have pulled the trigger, but neither of them did. Too much respect for each other's options. The bow not going to be punished. The up air not going to kill thanks to no platform extensions. Ruby playing with fire right now, but if they lose this stock here, they've lost the only chance they're going to get to beat NJCU. Up B, not going to kill yet.
It's just so close. They have to maintain this. NJCU, the champions, are going to take it home the final here.
3 stock.
3 stock from just 1. You can see why these guys are the champions, why Infinite maintains that giant wall and stature between them, and they maintain their undefeated status here in the ECAC.
Beautiful play right there in the end, deconstructing everything that they wanted to go through. Best player in the world, MKLeo, is winning these massive tournaments with Byleth. And every time people are like, why is it happening? Why can't we stop him? Isn't Byleth a bad character? Yes. But you have to fully invalidate Byleth, because if you let Byleth play neutral, she has some amazing punishes that we saw. If you try and win the mental game against Byleth, sometimes you're just going to lose. You're going to lose the coin flip, you're going to get speared, it's game over. But if you just outspace them at every turn, like I said, Byleth great at zoning out in front of her, but if you come in from above, like Infinite was doing, then Zythid doesn't really have strong options to stop you. And Infinite finally invalidates the character, validates their own, and stamps their ticket to what looks like another undefeated season so far for NJCU.
I mean, we'll see how they do it all and more as we cut to a short break. When we come back, we'll hear more from the team. See you in a bit.
see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground and the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother.
And welcome back, amigos. We do got our winners interview with us. We got our main man Hydra alongside us just to see how he's feeling. So let's go talk to him, shall we? Hydra, how you doing, homie? That's what we'd like to hear. Yo, real quick. Yo, talking a little bit about, going from first set 1 to 2 to 3, a little bit of those adaptations y'all made, because clearly, after set 1, y'all changed things up pretty drastically, in my opinion.
Time we wanted to just send Ziggler first. Just kind of we don't always want to send the same person every time. So just kind of experimenting with how people are with starting and stuff like that. But in terms of how we thought the match was gonna go, it would at least the first round wasn't exactly what we thought. But I'd say in terms of what our adaptations were, they kind of came after that. The second and third round. So we kind of in the second round we prioritized okay. Who are we sending for who, right? We know that they have a Bayo, we know they have a Pac-Man, and then we know that they have they had a Byleth, and their Byleth was their last player. So first round or the second round, first game, we send in Ziglet, and he ends up playing against a Samus player, and he does a lot better than he did in the first round. I believe in the first round he only took 2, but in the second round he took 5. So with that, we kind of knew all right, there's at least a difference now, switching the arena host, things like that, minimize lag. But that was kind of the main complaint that we had in the first round, the lag complaint. So I mean, with all that gone though, so we know that the Bayo has a Samus, but we didn't really try to change up in terms of the order that we wanted. We kind of just wanted to keep the order. Usually, I'm the anchor. That's kind of what we like to do, because Infinite, he's not really too much of an anchor player. He likes to go in first, second, or somewhere in the middle. So yeah, for him we just kind of had him in the middle, Ziggurat starting, and then I was just gonna anchor. We actually planned on, if we won the first round, we were planning on sending in another player with a different character. I'm not gonna say who it is, but first time for her playing on that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had brought up Infinite right there. Now, Infinite's actually your friend who you recruited, a new recruit to the NJCU team this season, right?
It's his first semester here, yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about your friend not passing the controller, not letting you play the game at all? Because it just does not let them get to the anchor.
Honestly, from being in the program from the first semester and second semester, because this is my third semester. If I get to play the least amount as possible, that's actually a good thing, because I feel I was playing in every crew battle. In the first and second semester, I was playing every one just angry. So I mean, it's honestly a good thing, if I don't get to play, because that means other areas of the team they're able to keep up and do better. So I always see that as a good thing, even if I really really want to play, it's still always a good thing, even if I don't get to.
Yeah. For sure. And I mean, hey, now that the team is more well-rounded, now you're even more of a threat because you're just a mystery to everyone else,
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, 100,000% here. And now, past all that here, though, homie, I just wanted to ask you real quick. You already found a shout out or anything that you want to get across to the people watching at home?
I mean, I play Palu, but I always like try to keep close to like the Palu players, the up and coming Palu players. I'm always trying to find like all the Palus that are trying to get good in the local scene, get good online anywhere, and like just try to like teach them a few things. Um, but yeah, I mean, honestly, like the character's been like had some like ups and downs and whatever, but they've always been like a top tier. So
Hmm.
definitely like I appreciate all the Palus that are playing her, like competing with her. Like some of the best ones right now, Chag, Louis Money, they're all doing really good at tournaments.
Hmm.
Um, of course, like the NJCU team for sure. Like we've come a long way. Like last semester, we were down to like 3 people on the team. This semester, we're up to I think a total of so we're like split between 2 teams. The Galactics has 4, the Knights has 5. So total, we're 9 people this time. 3 times the size of last semester. So I think we're honestly just gonna keep improving, keep getting better from here.
That's what we like to hear. Now, big shout out to you, homie. Congrats to y'all to win. Thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate it, and good luck to y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
And I believe, with the ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it here for the day. Miles, any final words from you here, homie?
Yeah, just make sure, as you see popping up, follow us both on Twitter, at GG and at RavishingCast, and of course, the amazing at Colton3000 running this whole thing, running 2 streams at once right now, by the way. So huge props to them for making this whole thing possible tonight.
Big shout out to Colton for doing this thing and eating his Pokeballs at the exact same time, bro. We do appreciate you, homie. And with all that being said, thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow for some more games. Until then, I've been Ravishing Ravish, the most ravishing beer out the internet. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar, I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Hey, watch your head.
What sound experience would you like today?
I'll have the fantasy pack.
Good choice.
And could you make it a Cloud 2 wireless?
On his way, sir.
Sounds amazing.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Sheesh, my brother. I got you.
HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Y'all think too small, I got big dreams. You just starting, I'm way ahead at the end scenes. Started reading and dodging all of the quick schemes. Money like your Spotify, boy, I got 10 streams. And I'm still looking for more. My people, they got a soar. I'm putting that on the Lord. Ain't accepting, ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big. Jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you. They was blocking the shine, now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to. Back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents. And now I got 2 rents. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real big. Coming into the ring with blows that's real big. I gotta do it big, that's the only way I can live.
What will you like today? Another Cloud 2 classic?
I'll stick with the usual. Maybe take a little bit off the sides.
Oh, that's fresh.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.